Dr. Bhavani Shankar, this is a very extremely, in fact, stressful time for teachers, students, and parents, and schools as they adapt to online learning. So the lack of physical activity is also, has also contributing to a lot of mental stress, and children as well as teachers' mental well-being is affected. In fact, physical fitness is directly related to mental well-being. In fact, they're both sides of the same coin. This is also not being given due attention. How can both the physical well-being as well as mental well-being be integrated into this online schooling medium?
So thank you, Yasmin. And I would also like to resonate what Dr. Pandey started off on, so which is extremely relevant at this point in time. See, we know that the casualty that was expressed by Dr. Pandey, we know that over a billion school-going kids are now staying at home and trying to see what best can happen over the next several months to get into school. Interestingly, if you look at that number of, say, we have about 344 million students in the age group of about 4 to 19 that constitutes the Indian school-going youth. So this is a very interesting number, and this lockdown not only has put a tremendous load on teachers to start off with say whatever little they could do for academics, but has definitely pulled us to look at the physical and the mental well-being of children. So we all know and we understand that the children need good sunlight for them to get the daily doses of vitamin D. The WHO says that you need to have at least 60 minutes of active say exercise every day for the little ones. And we know that this exercise can actually help to sort of boost your immunoglobulin levels and actually contribute to the immunological health of the child. So along with all of this also comes the stress, the anxieties, and the inability to establish the socio-emotional connects. So yes, all of us go gaga over the cognitive dimensions and a load on the students with all the scholastic attributes that is necessary for them to score well in what is recognized as core subjects, but not anymore. So I would say that the physical and health education is as much a core subject as much as mathematics and languages. What we would need to be doing at this point in time is to try and elaborate the little small experiences that the children have with families to ensure that, say, as Dr. Pandey said, say the small spaces can convert themselves into little small aerobic zones or Zumba or the dance zones. But I would also say that the kind of effort Sports Village has been putting in to try and elaborate would be an interesting exercise that Somil wants to share. I would definitely say that this is a time where we all go back to families, ask the families to form their little small clusters, ensure that the children are getting connected amongst small family clusters and take small activities. So the COVID fatigue that is coming in now, I mean, everybody has lowered their guard in trying to establish or re-establish the social connect that we're missing for the last 8 odd months. So it is ridiculous if we still continue to pocket ourselves at home. So giving heed to the media fears that that there is going to be this kind of a third wave or a fourth wave, and everybody needs to be so very protected. So yes, we all need to be protected. We understand that, but at what cost? See, if there is going to be any progress into, say, our future, we need to build a very robust community. So this community of obese, mentally ill, stressed youngsters who are not having the right kind of the physical fitness and the mental framework to take on life. So this is a sorry state that needs to change. we can make these small changes at home. And I am making a plea to all of us to ensure that these small areas get magically transformed into small areas that can offer little small activities, even a little small jiggle here and there and moving. So I would say people are also trying to explore the possibility of video gaming coming and helping them to have a big movements of the upper body and the lower body. So this is amazing that these things can actually happen at home. We need to explore, and as educationers, as media people, as families, we need to join hands. So I would still say that there's a lot of hope. So let us figure out these little small cracks that are still available at home front for us to elaborate those many activities that are possible at home. So this is all I can say.